Frankly, I have great difficulty imagining being a supermundane creature, which is not material, which one can neither see nor touch. Am I not a non-entity then?
No, of course not. One can recognize your eternal self as well, namely with the higher inner senses. For them it is visible in the form of your aura.
You are. Your eternal individuality is what you radiate. Your soul, your fiery body, is a body of light.
It also consists of matter, but of matter so fine, so spirit-like as light. It consists of a radiation or vibration of a wavelength so high that it is invisible to the physical eye.
You are a being of light.
We had already said, in the subtle world there is no light. This sphere is illuminated alone by the emanations of the beings living there. From this follows, your true self, which outlasts death, is in its essence a figure of light. At least in the other world, it is visible and enlightens its surroundings. What is perceivable of you in the fiery world? Only your eternal, fiery being, your body of light. On earth, your higher self is not visible, but it can be sensed by its radiation. What you really are, according to your inner nature, is reflected in your aura. You cannot hide your true essence. Sensitive people will always feel it, no matter how hypocritically you smile and how flatteringly you speak. Your aura is the passport photo by which your supratemporal identity is infallibly recognized.
That is why it is so important to accelerate the discovery of methods of fixing or photographing auras. Such a snapshot would be a true passport for a man. What you think, you are. What you are, you radiate. What you radiate, you attract.
In selflessness, love and purity, or in fear, doubt, greed and insecurity, your aura shines in very different colors. For your surroundings, when you radiate low thoughts and feelings, you are actually a low being only. And when you emanate high ones, a high being.
As with all spirit matter, here as well applies. The nature of your spirit is determined by the state of its vibrations.
A great spirit is characterized by a high vibration. It has developed a great and strong fiery body, a beautiful being of light.
It radiates bright light like a sun. The crowns of the masters are in their royally beautiful radiations. A lower being, on the other hand, has a low vibration, is surrounded by a dead, dark aura, and devours light, like a black hole. As one's own light illumines the surroundings, so too does one's own darkness choke all space. Gradually ascending from simple to more complex organisms, the monad, or seed of the spirit, remains unchanged in its primary wholeness, but the emanations from this seed change according to the growth of the consciousness of the organism which is animated by the seed. Consequently, the more complicated and refined is the organism, the richer and more subtle are the emanations of the monad.
Creating your eternal individuality like a master builder, therefore, means
work on the quality of your emanations.
You alone determine what you radiate.
Create a being of light, of great purity, power, and beauty.
That will be a work of art which you can be proud of.
What does that mean in practice?
The education of the fiery body proceeds like this. In the morning, in meditation, you put yourself in a state of highest vibration. You build up a wonderful aura. You will see. You too can sense whether you vibrate high or low.
How can I create my aura?
Very easily. The aura is built up from within. When you fill yourself with purity, vitality, joy of being, light and love, you will also radiate these qualities.
You can radiate only that what you have before absorbed.
We had already talked about the details in the broadcastings, exercise, elevation and meditation. In the course of the day in earthly life, you use every possible means to preserve this sublime state. Avoid anything that lowers the vibration of your figure of light and renders its radiation ugly, impure or weak.
A reduction of the vibration is a suffocation of the fire. Defend the radiance of a disciple of wisdom or of a king of the spirit under all circumstances. Take Jesus as an example. He preserved the aura of a Christ even during his scourging and went calmly through this severe trial. When you behave inappropriately, whine or moan, roar or scream, the high radiation disappears.
Your vibration is in constant change, sometimes up, sometimes down. That means if you are what you radiate,
every minute you are someone else.
sometime a high and a second later a low spirit. Every beautiful, good, solemn, loving and selfless thought and feeling raises the state of your vibration and thus the radiance of your being. Any gross, irritated, angry, covetous, or aggressive thought or feeling, every weakness, every egotism, every remnant of the animal old man makes your vibration decrease and leads to a distortion of your aura and thus of your higher self. You have to gradually strengthen your being of light so that it permanently shines in beautiful colors. Always ask yourself,
do I shine?
Again, we recognize the overriding importance of mastering your thoughts and feelings. They shape your radiation and thus your true being.
Therefore, I reiterate so much about the necessity of clear thinking. One should be so sure of the quality of one's own thinking that in every moment one is sure of one's own light. One must keep watch over one's thoughts in order to send those of the best quality.
Then your aura emits emanations of the highest quality. You are constantly radiating anyway. Now you consciously determine the quality of your radiation yourself by directing your thoughts and feelings. Here is an important spiritual exercise. When your body, your perishable personality, is sick, tired, weak, irritated, desperate, or sad, then, exactly then, defy the weakness. Employ all of your psychic energy, increase the vibration of your soul, and build up from within a beautifully shining body of light.
Thus, in spite of all sorrow, you realize your transfiguration into a better man, into a higher being.
Nobody and nothing can prevent you from achieving that, except you yourself.
Man is largely controlled by sensation, but man is not at the mercy of any such influence, for he has will and power to change the vibratory impulses of his body, and therefore to change the influences which control him. A well-developed spirit is almost visible.
Your eternal individuality, the being of spirit within you, your true self, the disciple of the brotherhood or the king of the spirit, must be so alive, concrete and strong that it shines to the outside through the dense shell of your perishable personality.
The fiery body may sometimes manifest itself even through the physical shell. So when the manifestations of the fire of space have reached a certain intensity, the fiery body begins to radiate, as it were, in small fires across the surface of the physical body. Only rarely can this subtle fiery conditions be seen. The strong emanations, the powerful aura of a Mahatma radiate through the physical body, shine out of its depths.
When your higher eternal self is strong, it is perceptible to everyone behind the inconspicuous facade of your weak body, always threatened by decay.
At all times, sacral art has represented this radiation by a halo.
Again, this is not mere fantasy, but a spiritual reality. People sense when they have to do with a saint or a king of the spirit, even if he is outwardly dressed in the attire of a simple craftsman or a beggar. Anyone who is as sensitive as Helena Röhrig can immediately recognize a disciple of the Brotherhood, even if outwardly he does not differ from the surrounding people.
You yourselves can testify that when Djwhal Khul came to welcome you, he appeared no different from the other lamas. Urusvati immediately sensed the unusual, but the outer appearance could also have been attributed to the head of the monastery.